Remember Sex Box, the TV show I told you guys about a few weeks ago, where couples have sex in a box on a stage in front of an audience? Well, not really in front of the audience because the box is soundproof and you can't see what's going on inside, but they basically have sex, then come out and talk to therapists in front of the audience. Yeah, that show. Well, it got cancelled. The ratings were really bad, and maybe the petitions against it affected it, but it's been cancelled. No longer on American TV. Thought you'd like to know. Welcome to The Gist. I'm your host, Toyosi Phillips.
The Gist.
Thank you for watching. This week was quite juicy, so many juicy stories. But before I get to the tea, I want to say happy birthday to award-winning Nigerian actress and humanitarian Stella Damasus. She turned a year older this week, and is it me or is she looking more beautiful? These pictures of her were released this week, and I think they're stunning. Happy birthday, Stella. God bless you. Meanwhile, it's been 5 years since Nigerian singer Da Green passed away. Time really does fly. 5 years. I remember where I was. May he continue to rest in peace. Okay, let me get to the tea. So there were two major stories this week. One involving Ubi Franklin, Nyra, and Lilian Esoro, kind of. And the second story involving Tonto Dike. I find Ubi and Emma's story quite funny, to be honest. Nyra is a singer on the Triple MG record label, and Ubi is the boss of that record label. Now, there were rumors of them dating years ago, and it was said to be an off and on relationship, which I don't get. I believe if you're in a relationship, be in it. Not that you be going off and on, off and on, off and on. Make up your mind. But it works for some, it works for some. Please let me not. It works for some. They've married, they have children, they're grandparents. Anyway, so Nyra gave an interview recently and swore that she never dated Ubi. Now, Ubi recently got engaged to Lilian Esoro. So she was asked about it, and yeah, that's what she said. She says that they just worked together and all was fine. People on the outside believed until Ubi gave an interview shortly after saying that indeed they dated, but it didn't end well. And he said something about when you talk to your employees, they listen, but if you say the same thing to an employee that you're dating, they tend to misbehave. He also spoke about her career, talking about how he has spent millions of naira on her and how she's still not as successful as Nyra, who he didn't spend as much on, and who is under the same record label. And he now said he's still praying that God will give her a hit song. That he felt it was proper to come out and basically call her a liar was not the gentlemanly thing to do, in my opinion. If a girl says you guys do not date, why do you feel the need to come out and say it's a lie? Anyway, it got a bit messier again when rumors of him actually beating her and throwing her downstairs while they were dating surfaced. And she didn't help issues when she tweeted women should never be forced or abused into doing things they don't want to do. Lying to people is one thing, God says all. I saw that and I thought, could she have been forced into sleeping with him? Like maybe that was the price she had to pay to be on the record label. No, people do things when they're desperate or confused. Anyway, to Nyra, learn from your mistakes and keep your head up. See, surround yourself with people that genuinely love you and ignore those that don't. Like you said, silence and success are the best revenge. And to Ubi, gentlemen don't kiss and tell. And congratulations on your engagement. Moving on, Nigerian actress and singer Tonto Dike, Tonto D. There was a time I was obsessed, well, almost obsessed with Tonto. I just like that she was crazy and carefree. And I was already going to talk about her this week after I saw a touching post where she talked about how she used to be suicidal and how she was a ticking time bomb. I sympathize with her because it's easy to believe that people who are generally happy and bubbly on the outside are always happy and bubbly. So I was like, hey, yeah, poor girl, hope she's fine now. And then, boom, jeez. Just woke up one morning and a girl named Pearl, who happens to be a personal shopper, was calling Tonto out for not paying for bags and other things that she bought. There was a long rant on Instagram about Tonto not being able to afford an original designer handbag, so she asked for a knockoff, and how Tonto issued a check that bounced and then blocked her on Instagram and has basically refused to pay her. I was like, oh, wow, this is scandalous. Before I could even blink, open my eyes and wake up, Tonto had replied also via social media. Please, how were we living before social media? Tonto replied via social media, and this time with screenshots of her messages to her, basically saying that the color of one of the bags did not look right and it looked too fake and she didn't want it any longer, so the girl should come and carry her load. So funny. But the bottom line is Tonto was not really owing her because she had said she did not want it again. My take on this though is that Tonto knew the bags were fake but did not expect them to look fake. So she was basically willing to buy the fake designer bags. She just didn't want them to look fake, because if she wanted to get original bags, she would have bought on one of her trips from the store itself, from a retailer, and not from a 23-year-old girl at a ridiculous price. Just saying. Then it's also funny how Tonto looped Nigerian award-winning actress Omotola into the whole thing. In her Instagram post, she said she got convinced, it goes, and convinced me by sending messages of her previous deal with Omotola, the actress, and a few others. Really, Tonto? Really? Really? So now we all know that Omotola has bought stuff from someone who sells fake stuff. This story could have been settled off social media, honestly. And it just shows the immense pressure celebrities put on themselves. It made me remember Freeze's post. Freeze is an on-air personality at Cool FM. He condemned celebrities marching against piracy but wearing fake designer things. Wristwatches in particular. Freeze has a thing for wristwatches. Yeah, everybody knows. He said celebrities marching against piracy, yet they wear fake pirated watches. Stop patronizing sites like these and maybe, just maybe, they will stop pirating your movies and music. Funny thing about piracy is that it only hurts when it's been done to you. The same way it hurts when your material is being pirated is the same way it hurts Rolex, Frank Muller, Cartier, Hublot, and some others. I think the world would be a better place if we, that includes me, if we're all content. We'll be back after this break.
This is Tammy Dollface and you're watching The Gist with Toyosi Phillips. Keep it up.
Welcome back, guys. So you guys all know about the Bruce Jenner interview, right? Well, at the time of recording this, the interview had not been aired. So it's going to be a 2-hour special with Diane Sawyer. And for those who have been thinking that the whole sex change thing is a lie, there were pictures of him smoking in a long dress in his house in California this week. Obviously taken by a paparazzi, but clear enough to see that this is Bruce Jenner in a long dress. Sadly, his ex-wife, Kris, that's the Kardashian mom, said she knew nothing of his desire to be a woman, that he said nothing about it for the 25 years that they were together. Look at your husband, look at your wife, say, are you a man, are you a woman? I'm talking about interviews and Diane Sawyer. Robert Downey Jr. walked out on an interviewer in London. He had gone to promote his latest Avengers movie, and the interviewer started asking about his previous incarceration and if he still had a drug problem. And he was like, is it no movie that I came to promote? Is that why we're here? But the interviewer didn't stop. So he got up and left. Before he left, he said, it's getting a little Diane Sawyer. So funny. Meanwhile, Khloe Kardashian is definitely not over her estranged husband Lamar. They got separated in 2013, but this week she showed a picture of her LO tattoo. LO stands for Lamar Odom. I've talked about them before and I actually love their love. We'll see how things go. Maybe they are just going to come back, maybe. And Amber Rose is still trying to get Wiz Khalifa back. She keeps saying in interviews that she likes Wiz Khalifa, she wants him back. She did that again in a recent interview in London. Wiz, now give her a chance, please. Give her a chance. I think Amber Rose is beautiful though, like she's actually stunning. And talking about beautiful women, Sandra Bullock was named the most beautiful woman in the world by People magazine this week. Please, I have a question. Am I the only one that mixes Sandra Bullock up with Julia Roberts in my head? I don't know. Please, like, it happens too many times. But 50-year-old Sandra Bullock has been named the most beautiful woman in the world by People magazine, so congratulations to her. So I choose to believe that there's a glimmer of hope for Bobby Christina. She's said to be off the respirator and breathing on her own, but is still brain damaged. Her grandma gave an interview this week where she said her brain damage is irreversible, but me, I don't agree. We serve a what? We serve a living God. And many people are praying for her, so there'll be a miracle soon. Bobby Christina, you will come back to us. Normal, you will come back. And there just might be an Ovation TV soon. Founder of Ovation magazine, Dele Momodu, said on social media that sooner than later you will watch Ovation TV. And we've come to the end of the show, people. Thank you for watching. I'll be wrapping up season 1 of The Gist next week. I need to repackage it for your viewing pleasure. So next week's episode is going to be the last for the season. Can you do me a favor? Can you drop comments below and tell me what changes you'd like to see and how you think we can improve the show? I want to say a big thank you to my day ones. You guys are too many to list, but I'm going to say a special thank you to my mom, whose prayers have kept me standing. Okay guys, please like this video when you're dropping your comments below, and please follow the show and me on all social media platforms. Just look for The Gist with Toyosi Phillips and Toyosi Phillips and follow. Thank you. See you guys next week, and remember, you can be what? Everything you want to be. Bye.